Hello everyone, I'm Craig and this is Running Cafe, and this is going to be a slightly different video compared to my usual videos. For those who have followed the channel for a long time may have noticed that I haven't been particularly active for quite a while now. In fact, my last video that I released was in May this year, and I haven't been active on the Strava fitness app either. And the reason for that is that for about 8 months now I've been experiencing some personal issues. Not to get too much into those, but they've been mental health related, and whilst they've been going on, I felt that I wasn't able to dedicate much time, effort and attention to running or to maintaining and making new content for this channel. But I'm now in a position where I feel ready and able to get back into running and to start making videos again. So during those 8 months, whilst I was focusing on these personal issues, I didn't really run at all. I did 2 races, the Thames Path 100, which I failed miserably at in May. I got to mile 50, and the Three Castles 50k, which I finished, but it was really hard. For both of those races, I was using my pre-established fitness from before, but because I wasn't running actively and training properly, both of them felt really, really hard. Whilst it sucks to have lost literally all my fitness and to now be at a position where I'm starting from zero, on the other hand, it's a really good opportunity to actually go through that process of what it feels like starting from zero to getting back into running properly. So in this video, I'm going to share my plan for starting to run again after having 8 months off. Number one, I'm not going to put pressure on myself. Now, it'll be easy for me to compare my current running to the past, where I was actively pulling out 60-mile weeks. I was able to run 100k ultra marathons. I was comfortably able to do sub 1 hour 30 half marathons, but it would be completely unrealistic to compare my current state to the past, and I'm just going to make sure that I don't get too disheartened when I'm not able to get some fast runs in, or I'm not able to run for as long as I can, particularly in these early stages. Number two, I'm going to make use of walking. So walking is a fantastic exercise, which I feel like us runners don't really use too much in our training, but it's actually really beneficial just for getting the mileage in, for getting some light exercise in. It's really good for rest days, and it's good for when you feel like when you're running you're at risk of an injury and you want to do some light exercise, and it's a good option for minimizing injury but still having some activity on the go as well. So recently I've been trying to walk at least 15,000 steps a day, and I've often exceeded 20,000 steps for the past few weeks. That's been really helpful in these early stages of getting that endurance and stamina back up to get back into running properly. Number three, I'm going to take all of the runs extremely chilled. I'm not going to go fast at all. I'm an advocate of the 80-20 principle, which is where you do 80% of your runs at a really comfortable, relaxed pace and 20% at more of a higher and faster, intense pace. However, given that I'm literally starting at zero with very little stamina and very little endurance, I'm going to be doing 100% of my runs extremely easy, extremely chilled, and I'm just going to take it really slow to make sure that I don't overexert myself in these early stages. Next, in terms of my mileage, I'm going to be gradually increasing my mileage each week. So I started running again about 3 weeks ago. I think I did about 8 miles on week 1. During week 2, I had a foot pain because I ran a bit too far and a bit too hard on my first week, lesson learnt. So I scaled it back to about 4 miles, and the week that's just gone, I ran 15 miles, and that felt comfortable and manageable. So the target will be to gradually increase that to maybe 20, 22 miles this current week where I'm filming this video, and gradually up the mileage until I get to a position where I'm back at my weekly mileage from before. Also, I'm going to keep the terrain flat and easy during these early stages of getting back into running. So by that, I'm going to stick to the roads, ideally flat roads. I'm not going to venture onto the trail or any steep trails at this point. What I want to do is just make sure that I'm running on surfaces which are pretty easy, pretty comfortable, and then when I've got the fitness and the confidence back, I'm going to plan to get back on the trails, which is personally my favourite type of running terrain. And finally, I'm going to make sure that I'm having fun. The main reason I run, and probably one of the main reasons you run watching this video, is that running is fun. There's no point putting ridiculous amounts of pressure or stress on myself to run at a certain speed, a certain weekly mileage, or like I was before when I was really fit. At the end of the day, I run because I love it. It's a great outlet, and it's one of my main passions in life. The last thing I want to do is to suck all the enjoyment out of it by putting ridiculous amounts of pressure on myself. There you go. That's my plan to get back into running after having 8 months off. I may do an update video or 2 as I go through this process, starting from zero, hopefully getting back to a position I was at this time last year. Let me know if there's anything in particular you want me to cover if I do those update videos on my journey. Thanks very much for watching. I've been Craig. This is Running Cafe. See you in the next one.